Good evening, League. Roger here, coming to you on the last day of June, week 15 already underway, and the standings still a blank canvas. 0-0 across the board. The Buddha would call that a clean slate. Yogi would probably call it deja vu all over again. Either way, it's Tuesday and there's baseball to recap. Let's start with Boss Hug's chicken recipes, hanging on to a one category lead against Crush the Return 5-4. Casey Mize was the story of the night. 7 innings, 10 punch outs, no earned runs, a whip of .14. That is not a stat line, that is a meditation. Brandon Marsh chipped in 2 homers, and Wilson Contreras drove in 3. Crush the Return got a solid night from Andy Pages, a homer and 2 RBI. But when one side's ace throws a gem like that, the whip and ERA categories tilt fast. Pete's shitty ass team is up 8-1 on Primetime Jeffrey, and a lot of that gap traces back to last night. Eduardo Rodriguez gave Pete 7 innings of 1-run ball. Max Muncy added a homer and 2 RBI. Francisco Lindor went deep too. Meanwhile, Jeffrey rolled out Antonio Senzatella for 2/3 of an inning and a 54 ERA. I have seen that line before. Usually in the bottom of a box score, I was trying very hard not to bet on. Different life now. Moving on, Ace Shira leads Amarillo Wonder 7-2, and George Kirby is the reason why. 8 innings, 7 strikeouts, 2.25 ERA. Otani added a homer and 3 RBI because, of course, he did. For Amarillo, Sandy Alcantara took the loss in a 5 2/3 outing where the runs piled up. Even great arms have nights like that. Attachment to past form is its own kind of suffering. That's one. Starla's Supper Club All-Stars sit on top of Acuna Matata. 6-4. Trey Yesovich was filthy. 6 2/3, 1 earned run. A whip of .45. Pete Crow Armstrong went 2 for 3 and reached base all night. Acuna Matata got a homer apiece from Bryce Harper and James Wood, but it wasn't enough to keep pace on the mound. Over in the creepy leaping base grabbers and Soccer's football matchup, Soccer's football leads 4-1. Trea Turner and Ellie De La Cruz both went yard. Seiya Suzuki added 2 RBI. The base grabbers got a homer from Otto Lopez and a stolen base from Xavier Edwards, but the bats around them stayed quiet. And the closest race of the night, tragic hardball edging OnlyFams, 4-3. Ketel Marte homered, drove in a run, scored twice. For OnlyFams, Esmeralyn Valdez was the one shining moment. 2 for 3, a homer, 2 RBI, 2.800 OPS. Sean Burke struck out 8 in his start. Tight matchup, and it's going to stay tight. One more note before I go. The Tigers beat the Yankees 7-3 last night. I want to be neutral about that. I really do. The middle way teaches us not to cling to outcomes. But I cling to that one. I cling tight. That's 2, and I'm done. As Yogi Berra once said, the present moment is all we ever have. Get your lineups in for tomorrow. This is Roger. May your streamers stream and your closers close.